This video is presented by the EA Creator Network. Thank you so much to EA for providing a code of the game. Hello everybody, Auvbri here. Welcome to the build overview or buy overview. God damn, I just did two of these. So this is the buy overview of the new businesses and hobbies expansion pack. And yeah, I was so lucky to get early access to it. I've had problems with the game, so of course only now started to work for me. But let's have a look at the buy overview. There's tons of stuff to go over. So if you haven't watched my build overview, go watch it. It's on the channel right now. And yeah, let's just jump into it here. So first off, we have a new bed. I want to say before we get into it, this pack is very much inspired with a lot of Scandinavian stuff. A lot of more classical stuff as well, but a lot of Scandinavian stuff, and I love that. I've been begging, hungering for a Scandinavian styled pack, and with both the world, Nordhaven or Norhavn, like I would say it in Danish, it's we finally got something that's very Scandinavian inspired. And you can definitely see that with these beds. So we have this nice bed framing, and I pulled out all of the bed swatches here so you can see them one by one. There are tons of swatches in this expansion pack, everybody. So it's not like you're gonna be starved for swatches, but you can see the different styles of beds here. So it comes in a lot of different swatches. And I just love that. So there's definitely something for everybody here, but almost for all of them, the back piece is more of a neutral color. So it's either this white color or this more gray. And then we have like a little of the darker grays and more stylized blue and stuff like that. But it's amazing. I love the way that it looks. It's just really, really good. Going into we have a little stool here, and you might be like, what the hell do you need this for? I don't know, but I will say I really do love the swatches on it. So every single swatch here matches. It also matches with the build aspect of the expansion pack, which is really good. And what they did in this expansion pack is they really doubled down on what I feel like they doubled down on the wooden swatches. So things kind of match more with stuff from other expansion packs, which is really good. But yeah, this is the stools. So we have a different variants of it with color schemes of the cushions on top. Some of them are more weathered than others. You can see in the front here, we have this one, which is kind of comparable to this one, but this one looks a bit more worn out, which is really cool. But overall, everything just goes together, and you can see that also in these new chairs up here. I actually have a friend who has one of these chairs, so it's really cool to finally see my part of the world somewhat represented. I mean, some of it is a lot of Americanized, but I can still definitely see the Scandinavian influences in these furniture. But these chairs are great. So this is kind of a relaxation side chair. Then we have these ones here. I don't really know what to think about these. I guess these are more tailored towards the tattoo aspect of this expansion pack, but definitely a lot of color schemes here, and you can see a lot of swatches on them. Different styles as well, so you can go more classic, you can go more outrageous, or the Freezer Bunny route if you want to. I don't know what it is with the Sims and the Freezer Bunnies, but yeah. We have a new bar stool, and much like the little stool before, it comes with a lot of different swatches. So you can see it's more neutrals, but what actually changes on these stools is or bar stools is actually the base as well kind of matches the top of the bar stool. So that's kind of cool. And we have another variant of the stool here where you can see that the swatches, again, they just all match, and I feel like it matches with a lot of stuff that we've seen in previous expansions as well. I really love this because it's super classic, very timeless, and you can definitely go either route that you want, more modern or more classic looking. And dining room chairs, again, with the swatches, everything just kind of matches, and it's something you can definitely see that you can use these dining room chairs with chairs from other expansion packs as well. And I really like that the pattern also repeats throughout different stuff. So everything just kind of goes together. Now, this is a very neutral looking chair with different types of wooden swatches on it. Everything from the more darker tones to the more neutral and grays and whites. We have the more oak and then over to the black. And then they just threw in a curveball. I don't know why, but there's a yellow one as well. It's like, okay, we need that. But I really love the way that it looks. And the swatches, as you can see here, for all the chairs, just it kind of it matches. Everything just matches, which is really, really nice and good to see. Now, with all of your sitting needs, you of course are gonna need some tables. So we have a wide variety of different tables here. We have a smaller round table. Again, with the bases, we have some different styles, but the wooden tops are somewhat the same. We have a white that comes in some different bases, and yeah, it goes really good together with the stools that they provided. Also with the different dining room tables here, this more squared look. Yeah, there's something very IKEA-esque about this table that I don't know. I think it looks super cheap. It's just, but I can definitely see this working in a lot of homes. But for me, I like the color schemes of them, but I don't know. There's something that looks kind of cheap-ish about it. I also pulled out some of the new laptops, or there's one new laptop, but we have different color schemes on them, which is super cool. And more dining room tables up here. This is a more classic one, but again, I feel like this looks like something that comes from the IKEA Lark series, which is just the cheapest IKEA furniture that you can possibly get. It's kind of like this weird cardboard thing. And we have a nice big tall side table, which is yeah, again, every like the swatches just goes together. So you are gonna find a hard time to find something that is mismatched in this expansion pack. The same with the new dining room, or not dining room, living room tables here, sofa tables. So what I really like is that they actually provided the wooden swatches that we saw before, but they also provided different variants of it. So you can see here we have the white top, but we have different legs for it, wooden legs, or we just have it all white. I really appreciate that. I think that looks really, really cool. And then we have a worktop table here in all the different swatches that you can possibly imagine. So the top is somewhat the same. You can see some of them are more weathered than other, but what actually changes here is the legs of the table. So some of them are red, more the neutral colors, blue. So that's what changes with this one. And we also have, of course, with just the base wooden legs. So it kind of matches to everything. Now let's swoop all the way back here. So we have tons of new couches as well and benches. So the couch situation, again, very matchy to the side chair that we have, or living room chair, but just in the couch variant. I love that we can see that the leather on them are somewhat, we have some that are more nice, clean looking leather. Then we have some that are more weathered. So you can actually see that it's been used a lot, which I think is really cool. It's the same story with these side benches, ottomans, whatever you want to call them. So we have a smaller, more sleeker looking one, and then the more chunky one. Um, yeah, I really like it. I can definitely see myself use this a lot, and I am actually building with it as we speak. I have completed one of these builds that I'm gonna do for this expansion pack where I use a lot of the new stuff. So I definitely, I'm really impressed by this pack. I gotta say, it's definitely different, and I think that's much needed. I like that they took some inspiration from the Scandinavian style. It's only been 10 years, but we gotta wait for it. We also have this new couch, which is, to me, it looks super uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie, it looks super uncomfortable, but the detailing on it, I think is so cool. So I pulled out all the swatches on it, and you can see that the back four of the swatches don't actually have the blanket draped over it. And I really like that they gave that option to some of the swatches. Does it make sense that it's only four of the swatches out of the like 12 swatches that have it, like the you know blanket draped over it? No, but I like that there's the option not to have it. Um, but yeah, it's a really cool looking couch. I can see that this would probably be used more in um, like a public space more so than in an actual house, because for me it just looks like a super uncomfortable couch, but I really like the design of it, I'm not gonna lie. Then we go back here, and this is the last of the couches. Very plain, very simple, but it's so stylish. This is such a modern couch. Um, and I can definitely see myself using this. So we have four variants of a red. So it goes from the more natural to the more Bordeaux kind of red. And then we have, of course, the usual suspects of color, the white and black, and then the blues, the green, the yellow. So it's really everything that you would want from this. What else? Oh yeah, new desk. All the different variants we have here. Again, the swatches just match. We have a new clothing rack. I love this. This is super minimalist, and this is definitely something I would want in my own personal house if I had room for it. But we have this new clothing rack. It comes in these different styles, as you can see here. But we also have a new clothing item on it. So it comes with different swatches as well. And I think that's really cool. It definitely helps even more with you trying to sell like a clothing store option. So I really like that. Going over here, this is the new pottery ceramic table. This is not where you do it, but it's just like a side table that you can use for decorative pieces. So it works like a countertop, but it actually, you can stack them together. So they go really nice together. So for example, if we put these ones with the whites, I know it's not the same white, but you kind of get the idea. So they snap together really seamlessly, and I really love that. The detailing is cool as well. And I put some of the stuff that you can put on top of it here. And it has some different swatches as well as this one over here. I do love decorative pieces, decorations as well. It makes the builds look somewhat more realistic. So I always appreciate some new decorations. And here is the turning table that you make the pottery on, with, again, different swatches that matches these ones over here. And this is the oven where you, I don't know what you say, bake the pottery that you've made. But again, the swatches all kind of fits in with this one over here. Then we have some new shelving options. So we have these single ones where you can put stuff on, mostly for, I believe it's called the shoe shelf. Shoes wall shelf, yeah. and wall cupboard. So this is just basically this one stacked on top of each other, but they are very versatile. You can put tons of stuff in there. These are the juicer shelf. Again, we have another variant of this, but it's nice to have, and I really do love the design of it. Then we have these new toilet stalls. We have a new microphone. I don't know why, but we have one. I feel like these microphone stands all just look alike. Then we have a new mirror with some different swatches, but it's only the back part that is changing. So it's always going to have the white front. I feel like this is very IKEA-esque, not going to lie, but this window here is really cool. I have used this already. Curtains, we have the same curtain for every wall height that comes in tons of different swatches. And of course, there's a left and a right side to it. Oh, and this is what I love. We have new plants. So we have this wall hanging plant, which is just gorgeous. I love the way that it looks. Also, that it has like bright color leaves and dark colored leaves. And yeah, it's just fantastic. We also have this new wall plant thing. So it's a planter that goes up against the wall. I really love it. I could have used this when I started remaking, but you know, there's gonna be new expansions and packs all the time. But these plants here are the only ones that we got in this expansion pack, but they're so good. Like, I always welcome more plants. I am a plant person. If I had the chance and the space, I would fill my house with plants. But there's not. So I'm gonna have to stick with the Sims plants. But the swatches on these are just amazing. So there's a lot of variety here. We have a new bathtub. This is very Scandinavian styled. Not the color scheme so much, but the shape of it is. And I love this. I think it looks amazing. The same with the new, what is it called? Sink here. So this is a freestanding sink. We have a lot of in the game already, but this is just beautiful. Like the way that it goes all the way out to the side, and it's very sleek looking. Yeah, I love it. The faucet is really cool. Sign me up. And this also, again, snaps right next to these and are styled after. So you can see, you can kind of have these two go together, which is awesome. We have a new display case for sweet treats, whatever. Nothing too special about this, to be honest. A new display case here as well. And again, these two can snap together. So they kind of fit together really good. And we have a new sofa table here in all different varieties. Or not sofa table, what is it called? So it's kind of like one of those wheelie things that you can put things on top of. Wheelie display things. I feel like plants are probably placed on this, but yeah. New guitars, all the different swatches here. We have this one, which is like a picnic thing. There's 4 swatches of this. We had this in all the other Sims games, so I'm a little surprised that it's only just arriving now, but you know, beggars can be choosers. Then we have a tattoo workspace thing. The same with this one over here, also for the tattoo artists. We have these tattoo beds that has a lot more swatches on them, but I just pulled out some of them. But the swatches are great in this expansion, I'm not gonna lie. Then we have different tattoo things here, you know, colors that you can use, and the artist thing. Yeah, I think it's a really good pack. Oh, we also have new displays where you can place like stuff on top of, and this is a new light that comes in different swatches. Some of the displays have like just basic wooden bases, and some of them have this white display lights built into them. And there's also just a variant with just a round, so not the stacked one, but the swatches are exactly the same. So you can definitely mix and match these. The same with these, the displays are the same. This is just a square version of the display, but I really wanted to pull them out so you can see all the swatches. So some of them are more stern swatches and some of them are more over on the wooden type. But this lamp I had to pull out because it is amazing. I love it. And it actually looks a lot like a lamp that we have here in the house, except for the golden cracks, but it's just wow. The swatches are amazing on it, and I just pulled out a few here, but it's just like they really brought the swatch game. Not gonna lie, we have new displays here as well. We have a so this wasn't a like it's a showcase thing. I thought it was a wall divider at first, but it's a showcase thing. So for painting stuff like that, you can showcase them on here. We have a new piano in different swatches. I pulled those out here so you can see those. Again, very classic looking piano. Oh yeah, so this is what I would probably call the signage for the store that you're trying to open. So there's a lot of different variety here. Not everything that you could need, but there's a lot. So you can definitely find something that you would want, because you can also charge people by the hour that they are on the lot. So you don't have to actually sell something. You, in theory, could open a library and have that be there, or like sell food, whatever you want. So there's a lot of signage here. So it comes in a square, or it comes with these this black one or this white one. And then we have two graffiti things with also different swatches depending on what you actually choose, with the tattoo sign and different types of stuff here. So there's a lot of options when it comes to the signage. We have a new swing set. Swatches matches everything else. A new umbrella for outside. Again, swatches match. New bicycles. If you watch my Let's Play, we know Holly's gonna probably steal one of these. These are all the new lights. So I pulled out some of the swatches because, again, a lot of swatches just repeat themselves, but the lighting is just I mean, on point. It's just amazing. I love it. So definitely, like these wall hanging ones, gonna use those. This one is super classic as well. We have a ring light, which is really cool. And we have this new chandelier, which I just think like the swatches are really cool. So you can go really bold or more of the neutral classic routes, which I do appreciate. We have a new display case or countertop here where you can sell coffee or whatever. I do believe it's a coffee thing, isn't it? Coffee bar, yes. Then we have a new bar for drinks, and this is a rounded one. I love when they do this because I do think a round bar looks so cool. And I am sure people are going to do some amazing things with these. New fireplaces. Not that many swatches, but this round one is really cool. But this one, the squared one, like, oh, I can see myself using this. This is so modern looking. I love it. I don't really use the fireplaces that much because I feel like they always set fire to everything, but this is just so modern looking. I can see myself using that. We have new wall dividers as well with this mesh system. I had one, or my mom had one of these when I grew up. So it is super funny to see this inside of the game. Again, love the Scandi vibes that we are getting from this. Some wall dividers here in different heights. again with the same swatches. So for the smallest, medium, and tallest wall height, again with this also, this is only for the tallest wall height, but we have some different swatches here. So you can kind of see that it is matte at the bottom and clear glass at the top. So yeah, kind of cool. I can kind of see myself using these, but I do wish that they were for the medium wall height as well, because the tall wall height is a little bit overkill in my opinion. Then we have these displays. This is where, again, you can charge things like a fee for people for how long they spend on your lot. And I love that they did this. So we have a new bookcase. It's the same bookcase, but they stacked the books different on each case. So every single one of these have the same swatch, but you can kind of see that the books are stacked differently for each of the cases. I love that. This means that we have a much greater variety of the bookcases not actually looking like each other, and I love that. So I'm gonna use this a lot. We have new dresses. Again, the swatches just fits with everything else. I didn't pull everything out, but the swatches are all here, all looking beautiful, and they just fit with everything. I do particularly like this one down here. I think it's a very classic look. We have new rugs with lots of swatches. Again, everything is just really nice. So we have something from like for each store that you want to do. Different swatches from the more classic traditional weather to the more outrageous and modern looking, and we have these more which can only be described as a classic rug, but I do love the texture of it. So there's something there. We have these new stalls for the outside, which comes in 2 color schemes each. There's 4 different stalls for 4 different things. So this is a candy store, a bakery, a terracotta stall, and a kind of like coffee shop hot to go stall thing. Then we have a new statue, which looks really cool. One with tattoos on it, funnily enough, and more classic ones here. We have this one, which is like a pavilion with some cool swatches as well. That fits great with the umbrella. So you can see it's kind of the same swatch styles that we have going on here. And the last things, a new bin with some graffiti on it or the more clean cut look. This awning, we have a couple of new styles of. So some with the twinkle fairy light and some without. I mean, we have these already, but this is more clean looking, so I appreciate that. A new trash bin, or not trash bin, a mailbox, and then we have some new wall sconces for the exterior. These are the inside ones, and these are the outside ones. I don't know. I don't really like this. It looks like a headlight, and I do know that it, like you can see that it's called full beam sconce. And yeah, no, not so much for me, but this one is really cool in the middle. So it's the more weathered look going down to the more polished, classic looking. The same with these sconces. Oh, and then we have this. This is really cool. So it's a light, but you can kind of mix and match. So you can make a circle one, or you can make it like go all the way to like a straight line. So they gave a lot of variety with the circle. So there's some that curves more, some that curves less. You can change the colors on them as well. So the cord or whatever is more like the wide ones, or you can go and change the color scheme of the actual light, what it lights as well, which is really cool. And this one down here, it does the same thing, but it lines up. So you can line this up with the next one next to it as well, so it makes one continuous light, which is really cool. Then we have some new paintings here. Again, these change with what swatches you pick, but they are really, really good. Like I can appreciate all the different stuff they put into it. Some new signage, new wall decorations for your building needs. We have some new drainage pipes, and these look so much like the ones that we use in Denmark. It's creepy and I love it. It's just so nice to have the Scandinavian influences in this pack as well. And the last thing is that we have 3 different signage options here. We have a smaller one, we have the squared one, we have this one. If you have multiple stores in it, you can have multiple things go inside of this, and this is where these signs that we showed over here really come in handy, so you can kind of showcase what you want. And these are actually really good scalable signage, so these can scale up. Let's just see here. So they do scale fairly good. Of course, I can't find a place to fit it right now, but they do scale. So they can scale up. I have used it. They scale really well, and it goes both ways, so both up and down, and you can put whatever sign you want into it. So that's everything. Like, wow, what a big mouthful. But do I recommend this expansion pack purely as a builder? Yeah, I really do. If you are from Europe and definitely from the more Scandinavian style, this is just for you. If you do really love Scandi style, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Not everything is Scandinavian inspired, but a lot is, and a lot of it is definitely what Americans think is Scandinavian style. But I can definitely appreciate that we finally have something that looks more keen to what I actually have in my own home. So would I recommend this expansion pack for purely the build buy mode? Hell yeah, I would. And again, if you haven't seen the build aspect of this these overviews, go check it out on the channel. But yeah, tell me if you're gonna pick up this expansion pack in the comment section down below, and what you actually think of each of the items here. I know this is a longer video, but I felt like it was really important to go over every single thing. So let's have a conversation down below. And while you're down there, why not check out my vlogging channel, My Ordinary Life. I upload frequently on there. Just as the name suggests, it's my ordinary life. And yeah, go check it out. Leave this video a like and a subscribe to the channel as well, and hit that notification bell if you haven't already, so you get notified every single time I upload. Other than that, I really hope to see you guys in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a truly fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Bye.